Cyan, the most beloved monster among Rainbow Friends players, the fastest and most dangerous. Hello Roblox, today I will tell you everything that is known about Cyan. Let's go. I want to start with her name. As you and I know, all Rainbow Friends are called some kind of colors. And in this case, rainbows are most likely meant as multicolored. So in addition to red, blue, orange, yellow, green, purple, cyan appears. And in fact there is such a color. I found a curious article that claims that none of us have ever seen real cyan, and in order to see it, the researchers came up with this picture test. You need to look at the center where the white circle is 30 seconds, then close your eyes and open eyes, you get a circle of that very real cyan. I checked and I got the usual blue. And what color you get? Is it a real cyan or not? It is quite popular even among the players. Look how handsome video with the player, but Cyan is first and foremost a monster, which gave hope to the players that not all is lost, and the game will still come out. After all, it so happened that for the first time even before the release of the game, when practically no leaks on the game from the developers came out officially, the players found it in the Roblox inventory of one of the developers in the form of a model, and it was called Cyan Master. From which she was called that. But that's not the task. The game comes out Rainbow Friends 2 Odd World, and then it turns out that the Cyan is female. It became known in the cutscene, where the Cyan is watching the ladybug and Red suddenly says such a phrase, Cyan. Why is she interested in these beetles? So much for you. For some reason, the prefix master, as it were, was secretly removed, and the monster turned out to be her and not him. In fact, the developers did not officially confirm its release when the players found the model, and the charcoal hid the inventory, and therefore the name was not final. Now this big-eyed lizard is just Cyan. By the way, the sounds that she makes really resemble the processed sounds of reptiles. I can't imagine how they created voice acting for monsters. Orange always surprised me with its very interesting, something similar to ladder or coughing. And this does resemble a camera at all. And we will also consider the yellow pterodactyl in another video. By the way, notifications arrive at the moment. Cyan is quite difficult to pass if you encounter for the first time. After all, it has new mechanics that are terribly reminiscent of those of the fan monster Indigo or Screech. It is not known whether the developers of Indigo were inspired. But how can Cyan detect a player in a box? When this happens, 3 broken lines appear above the box, and Cyan himself stands still and, like a predator, begins to look at first and then creeps closer, slowly opening his huge jaw. The jaw is truly impressive because it takes up the entire head of the Cyan. Both in shape and with cotton, it is terribly reminiscent of a trap. By all standards, Cyan must have the strongest jaw. So I'm surprised why at the end of the game she simply did not gnaw through the bars. Maybe Cyan still does not know what she is capable of. Cyan stomps louder than clumsy blue. It is easy to recognize from afar. The dimensions are still the largest, unless of course it turns out that purple is a huge jelly. Well, for the final, it is the Cyan who arranges the chase. It doesn't even look like horror, but he will meet us as if he would really run after the rails now. Everyone is trying to stop us. But only she catches up, having overcome a huge distance. After meeting in the mine, she flops on her back on the mattress, and it was not lucky for those who did not realize to step aside. As it was with me for the first time. Cyan is also arguably the smartest of the monsters. At least she understands that once the box moves, there is something edible in it. By the way, if the Cyan noticed you and is far enough away, it will be enough for you to just freeze and wait for her to calm down. But if she notices you very close, then it would be better to quickly crawl into another room or hide in a shelter. Well, if you're not lucky, this is it. What character to shoot the next video about? Write in the comments. This is Bombactus World. Until new videos, baby.